her say get up. Obviously, she got it a little bit right at target. Zeroing in on Mom and Dad, who are on hand to watch this one in Reno.
Dan and Mary just drove up this morning. They had not been here throughout the week. Just came in from Yuba City, where we were at last week.
Trying to tidy up on the spare, and she does. A very close opening match between Leanne Barrette and Carol Norman. We'll be back to the new Reno Hilton right after these messages. Carol Norman in the 6th, leading by 8. Neither player able to gain the upper hand, through the nose again, and lucky not to leave some company.
The 1982 Ebonite Rookie of the Year, Carol Norman, came out in 82, has been on tour for 11 years now. 31 years old, has 6 career titles.
And over the last couple of years, I think a player that's really blossomed out here on the national tour. I always enjoy watching her compete because she does just that. When she is in a situation to qualify for a show or to win a title, she throws a lot of great shots. She really enjoys the heat of the competition.
Well, she's won her last 3 titles that she's made it to the championship round. So it does go to show you, if she gets to that championship match, she's performing.
Terrific crew on hand here this evening. Cheryl Daniels, the top seed. Carol Giannotti, number 2. Anne-Marie Dugan, number 3. Whoever wins this match has got a long, tough road to a title match. I'll clue you in to that right now. A strike in the 7th and still a 6-pin lead.
Leanne's highest finish here in 93 has been 3rd twice. She did that in Claremore, Oklahoma, and also last week in Yuba City.
And she'd like to break through, I would think, and win a title here before the break.
I think she really had a nice shot at it last week. It really appeared that she probably could have made it into that title match. Jeannie Nacarado came out the victor, though.
Perfect shot for Leanne Barrette. Mom and Dad applaud. And, of course, on ESPN this week, we've got a huge week in terms of college basketball because it's championship week. 30 games in the next 7 days, 25 of them for conference championships, and it's going to be a sensational week for hoops on ESPN.
Big double.
Said double, I need a double, and she did. Takes the lead.
Come on, set up. She finally hit lane 29, in which she was having difficulty. Was not able to hit that lane.
So the first double of the match for Leanne. And now Carol trails by 4, but she could change that quickly with a strike here on lane 30.
Carol Norman, also another player, bowling well in 93 out of the 5 tournaments. She's made the top 24 4 times, 2 television finals.
Perfect shot there, and now she's back on top by 6.
We talked about how many times she's performed under pressure. Right here, she needed this one, and she just buried it. Takes the lead again.
That one's deep in the pocket. Beautiful shot. Both players now responding to the challenge of trying to win the opening game. And now Carol decides on a re-rack on lane 29. Opened the game with a Brooklyn, then went through the nose and left a split on the left-hand lane. So she obviously is still moving in one direction or the other to try and solve the puzzle.
Players are allowed 2 re-racks per game. If they would like any more, they have to request it to Paula Vidal, our tournament director.
A little more speed. Oh, dandy of a shot. Nice adjustment in the 9th frame for Carol Norman.
Right now we have a very close match. Leanne Barrette wanting to get up and strike now in the 9th frame. Can shoot a possible 227 game. But Carol Norman can go to the wall for 233.
Well, we expected high scores.
It's been high all week. These players, Leanne Barrette averaged 216, and Carol Norman both averaged 216.
Leanne trying to strike from the inside. Sit, sit. For those of you who are listening, means please just stop right where you are and trip out the 4.
That's right. She did not want any more reaction here from the back end. She's saying set, set, as this ball went a little high in the pocket, but she tripped out the 4.
Bowled well last week and is bowling well here again tonight. Will it be good enough? That's the key question. Both players have postured themselves for a tremendous finish here in the opening game.
She's only met Carol Norman one other time in any of our telecasts, and she's only averaged 167 at her.
The first one in the 10th. That was a gutsy shot, Leila. She gave it plenty of room to the right.
Plenty of room, and a player that has so much on the ball, she's really able to slap out the 10 pin. This is very difficult to do, playing this far inside. She's playing probably around 23, 24 board. Watch the 6 pin just slap out the 10. Coming in from that angle, she says, "Ooh, that is a difficult accomplishment."
Butterflies, churning stomachs, obviously from the audience. Half 10 stretched out nicely, and so she'll have to wait and see what happens in the 10th frame, courtesy of Carol Norman.
And Leanne Barrette said she should have re-racked. Apparently she was not real comfortable with the rack, but opted to shoot it anyway.
What do you do in that situation?
If you want.
Sure, if you don't like it, do you stop? Or if you, obviously she made a great shot in the first inning, she just wanted to throw off her rhythm, you know what I'm telling you? Or do you just pull up the reins and say, hold on? That's a tough decision.
And now Carol's re-racking. It is a tough decision, Denny. Can we see anything wrong there? She could be just stalling for time. Head pin could be a little off.
I think it's a little off to the left.
As far as your question, Denny, should she stop? You know, it's one of those things. Sometimes you're going to, sometimes you're not. It's just the momentum is there to go.
An instinctive type thing.
Exactly.
Boy, she threw a nice shot.
Must have this strike.
Oh, got it inside her target. A lot of speed, but didn't get the job done.
Leanne Barrette looking up at the scoreboard.
Leanne Barrette sitting on the bench, getting a break this time. It was that first hit in the 10th that carried her to victory here in the opening match. Terrific starting game, without question, between Leanne Barrette and Carol Norman. Leanne Barrette will move along, and Carol Norman, with one more shot, will finish 5th. A valiant effort this week. And we'll head to break here at the new Reno Hilton as Leanne Barrette moves along into match.